So let's start with the facts. I have here my tablet, but there's something missing still. Let's make the room a little bit cozier first. I have here some matches. Okay, and we have here a candle. Okay, here we go. Let's leave it over here. Okay. So, as I was saying, I have here my tablet to read you out the facts. It's a little bit bright, so I'm gonna lower the brightness in here. Okay, I think right now we're all set. Okay, so our first fact is Buddha is not a personal name. It is an honorific title that means awakened one, awakened one, awakened one, awakened one. Buddha's real name was Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. I don't know if this is the best place for this candle. I feel like the lighting is not quite what I expected. I think over here looks better. What do you think? This side or this side? I think over here. So let's. Okay, second fact. Approximately 500 million people around the world, or about 10% of the world's population, practice Buddhism. Practice Buddhism. Number 3. Some Buddhist monks practice Soku Shinbutsu, a Buddha in his very body. Buddha in his very body, which is a type of self-mummification. Mummification. Mummification. Okay. Wow. I mean, like, why? But okay. It's up to you. Between the 12th and the 20th century, monks would eat pineapples. Oh no, wait. Would eat pine noodles. Okay. Berries, tree bark, resin, and certain herbs to help starve and preserve the body. The body. Unlike many other religions, there is no central text in Buddhism. According to legend, Buddha was born in Nepal under a full moon in a beautiful garden. The sky rained flower petals and the earth shook. Number 6. According to legend, the Buddha was conceived by a mortal mother, Queen Maya, and a baby white elephant in the eastern part of India, sometime between 6th and 4th century before Christ. Number 7. Often statues of the Buddha depict him with short hair, curly hair, to show that he denounced his privileged past. Usually, the wealthy elite would sport a fashionable top knot. Number 8. Statues of the Buddha often show him with half-closed eyes, which is meant to show a state of meditation and, moreover, a state of indifference to material world. Number 9. Buddha's... wait. Okay, here we go. Number 9. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, came from a Hindu family, and both religions overlap somewhat. The major difference is that Hinduism is clearly a theistic religion, whereas Buddhism is mostly non-theistic. Number 10. Unlike other religious practices, Buddhism does not require a person to believe in a creator, God, or gods. Buddhism believes in 3 essential concepts. Number 1, nothing is permanent. Number 2, all actions have consequences. And third, it is possible to change. Let's get another sip of tea. Okay. Number 11. Because the earliest Buddhist texts were orally transmitted and written down hundreds of years after the Buddha's death, scholars cannot say with certainty what Buddha himself was asked to sum up his teachings in a single word, he said, awareness, awareness, awareness. Okay, so I do want to move this a little bit. Hopefully it won't make too much noise, but the mic is not facing me quite as I like it. Now it is. Okay. If there is any religion that could respond to the need of modern science, it would be Buddhism. Buddhism, Buddhism. This is a quote from Albert Einstein. Number 13. The Buddha has often been called the great physician, because he was primarily concerned with identifying the cause of human suffering and finding ways to eliminate it. Number 14. According to Buddha, the secret to happiness is simple: to want what you have and not want what you don't have. That sounds so simple, really. I don't know, it isn't sometimes that simple, but sounds nice. Number 15. Many people in India at the time of the Buddha were Hindus, and he is often depicted alongside Indian gods such as Brahm, the creator, and Indra, god of rain and warfare. Number 16. According to Marco Polo, had Buddha been a Christian, he would have been a great saint to our Lord Jesus Christ. So good and pure was the life he led. Number 17. The fat Buddha that people often see in restaurants is not the Buddha. Gautama Buddha, rather, he is a character in Chinese folklore called Budai. Number 18. Depictions of the Buddha often show him with whipped toes, rounded ankles, and projecting heels, which, according to legend, are signs of a great man. Number 19. The Buddha is a canonized saint of Catholic and Orthodox churches. Number 20. According to tradition, the Buddha lived during the 5th century before Christ and died at the age of 80. He died lying on his right side between two salt trees, which, according to legend, miraculously bloomed out of season. Number 21. While different theories of Buddhism may have claimed that woman could not achieve nirvana, the Buddha himself said that there was no reason why woman could not achieve nirvana. Number 22. Buddha is usually shown with elongated earlobes, which symbolize wisdom and understanding. Some scholars also suggest it represents his former life as a wealthy person. Number 23. The Buddha is often depicted wearing a flame-like headdress, which represents the light of the supreme knowledge. Number 24. The Buddha's teachings are also referred to as Dhamma, which means doctrine, truth, or law. Number 25. Buddhists do not believe in an essential soul or self. I know it's a big mug for tea, but I had a lot of tea here, trust me. Number 26. When scientists studied the brain of Buddhist monks, they found that meditation actually changes the monk's brainwave in a way that increased feelings of happiness and resiliency. Number 27. According to legend, often the Buddha was... Number 27. According to legend, after the Buddha was cremated, a single tooth remained. Additionally, whoever is in possession of that tooth is the rightful leader of Buddhism. The tooth is currently housed in a $62 million temple in Sri Lanka. Number 28. After the Buddha died and was cremated, his ashes were divided and buried among his followers in India. A large dome-shaped mound called a tupa was built at each burial site. Number 29. The Buddha is sometimes symbolized as an umbrella. In Buddhist time, members of the royalty were protected from the sun and rain by parasols. Hence, it became a symbol of protection. Number 30. An image of soccer star David Beckham is enshrined on a breezy in Bangkok with the likes of Bodhisattvas, Buddhas, and gods. His popular statues earned him a place among the gods. Number 31. Biographers note that Steve Jobs had strong leanings towards Buddhism, particularly its emphasis on focus, simplicity, and perfection, all of which he tried to implement in his Apple designs. Number 32. Actress Uma Thurman's father is a professor of Indo-Tibetan Buddhist studies and was the first Westerner to become a Tibetan Buddhist monk. Number 33. The world's two largest standing Buddhas used to be in Afghanistan. However, in 2001, the Taliban destroyed the huge Buddhas. Number 34. The largest seated Buddha in the world was carved out of the rock face of Lingyong Hill in Lishang, China. Not sure if I pronounced that right. About 800 AD. The statue stands about 230 feet, 70 meters tall, and the shoulders measure 90 feet, 30 meters across. Number 35. In Buddhism, there is no devil. Instead, something is evil if it causes suffering. According to Buddha, the cause of most suffering is our ego, or the concept that we are separated from the world. When the ego ends, happiness begins. Number 36. The Buddha is not worshipped, while some in Hinduism view the Buddha as an incarnation of Vishnu. Most Buddhists think that Buddha is human. Number 37. According to Buddhism, anyone can be Buddha. Anyone can be Buddha. After they successfully attain enlightenment. Number 38. In Buddhism, there is no Jesus Christ to save a person from their sins. Simply believing in Buddhism does not offer any type of grace. Rather, each person is responsible for finding their enlightenment. Number 39. Lotus is an important symbol in Buddhism. It represents the journey of enlightenment because it grows from the muddy water into the light, just as a Buddha or enlightened one does. Number 40. Buddhism can exist without Buddha. In other words, the Buddha shared his findings, but he did not create them. Additionally, Buddhism is not exclusive just to his followers. Number 41. While most religions concerned themselves with the creation and the afterlife, in Buddhism, the most important concept is to let go of the past and future to focus on the present. 42. While some Buddhist sects believe in heaven and hell, most Buddhists believe heaven or hell is a state of mind. In short, by shifting our awareness, we attain a different level of consciousness. (43) While many Buddhists believe in reincarnation, some do not. A Buddhist is allowed to believe whatever they wish while they practice Buddhism's main teachings. Number 44. Famous Western Buddhists include Courtney Love, Allen Ginsberg, Kate Bosworth, Leonard Cohen, Orlando Bloom, Richard Gere, Sharon Stone, Tiger Woods, and Tina Turner. Number 45. Kuan Yin is an important Buddhist goddess, known as the Goddess of Mercy, or the one who perceives the sounds of the world. This Bodhisattva is sometimes depicted as both male and female to show the divinity's transcendence beyond gender. Number 46. The first major Western thinker to take an interest in Buddhism was German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer. He saw it as the most rational and ethical evolved of all the world religions. Number 47. According to legend, Buddha sat under a tree of poetry for 49 days. After being tempted by demons, he discovered the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path to Nirvana. 46. The fourth noble truth of Buddhism are the following. 1. Existence is suffering. Number 2. The cause of suffering is craving and attachment. Number 3. Suffering stops at some point and turns into nirvana. And 4th, the path to nirvana consists of 8 steps, which is called the Eightfold Path. 49. The 3 major branches of Buddhism in the modern world are Mahayana Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, and Vajrayana Buddhism. Mahayana Buddhism is believed to be the largest branch, with Theravada Buddhism and Vajrayana coming in 2nd and 3rd respectively. 50. The Eightfold Path to Nirvana is to be moderate in 8 areas. 1. Concentration. 2. Views. 3. Speech. 4. Resolve. 5. Action. 6. Livelihood. 7. Effort. And 8. Mindfulness. Number 51. According to Buddhism, karma is the basis for living a moral and good life. Literally translated as action, effect, or fate. Karma can be seen as a type of elevator that takes people from one floor of consciousness to another. 52. approximately 1 in 7 Americans, Asian Americans, or 14% are Buddhists. 53. Nearly 4 million Americans now practice Buddhism, which is more than the number of Episcopalians. Of these, about half have postgraduate degrees. Number 54. The Buddha's last words were decay is inherent in all things. Be sure to strive with clarity of mind. Nirvana. 4. Nirvana. 55. 55. The ultimate goal of Buddhism is to put an end to suffering and rebirth. The way to end suffering is by fulfilling the human potential from goodness and happiness. Number 55. The ultimate goal of Buddhism is to put an end to suffering and rebirth. The way to end suffering is by fulfilling the human potential from goodness and happiness. Number 56. The symbol of the Noble Eightfold Path represents the Buddhist faith. Its 8 spokes represent the middle way, which means a Buddhist life should not be too harsh nor too easy. 57. Buddhism doesn't have a single leader, and there is not a central office similar to that of the Pope. In Catholicism, which means Buddhism tends to fissure readily. Number 58. The Buddha had only one son named Raula, Vetter. Shortly after he was born, the Buddha left his family to seek enlightenment. His son would later become the first Samanera, novice monk. Number 59. Buddhists in Asia do not refer to their religion as Buddhism. Rather, they call it Dharma, which means law, or the Buddha Sasana, which means teachings of the Buddha. Number 60. Tibetan Buddhists have adopted a policy of peaceful resistance to the invasion of their country by Chinese in 1950, after 1 million Tibetans were killed and over 6,000 monasteries were destroyed. Were destroyed. And those were our 60 Buddhist facts. Buddhist facts. I hope this helped you relax, maybe learned something new, and I hope I